because it's an eye opener to anybody who enters this compound. Seeing that house, you know that this compound is an ancient one and that it is a respectable compound. And the progenitor of that house or this compound was not a common man. Ịma na ihe anyị ga-eme kịta abụchaghị ihe a ga-asụba n'oyibo nọ a ga na-asụ Igbo nke dabatazikwa n'oyibo na-ewere maka na ọ ihe omenala ọ ịkọwa ihe dị n'obodo anyị. Mụnwa na-ekwu okwu bụ Nze Barrister Ben Onodugo. Abụ m onye Ụmụavụrụ Abọ n'Uju Local Government Area dị n'Enugu Steeti. Ana m ekene unu dejenu unu bịara be nna m ọ be nna m bụ ihe a gburugburu a niile m na-enete bụ be nna m. Ụlọ niile dị iche ebe ahụ bụ ụmụ nwanne m bụ ihe rara. Anyị nwere one gate, a common gate onye ọbụla bụ n'ụdị compound si abata, and the fence is around it. So dejenu mana onye unu bịara be anyị abụghị be m. Onye unu bịara be anyị bụ be warrant chief Ngwuagu Onodugo. Was a warrant chief. That warrant chieftaincy was given to him by the colonial masters before the year 1900. Abịa na Ngwuagu Onodugo ahụ unu nọ be ya kịta mụtachara anyị ndị a niile rụrụ ụlọ ebe a. O nwere nna anya bụ Onodugo. Onodugo ahụ was a trader. He was trading in slave trade, and he was a big man. He has money, and he has many. Onodugo himself has about 16 wives. And these 16 wives, some of them were nwa na ụfọdụ amụghọkwa nwa o. Etu a ka ọ dịkwa Ngwuagu Onodugo. Ngwuagu Onodugo married 17 wives. Mana ọ bụ ha ncha bụ ihe mụtachara nwa. O nwere ndị mụtara nwa, nwee ndị na-amụtaghị nwa, nwee ndị mụtara sọnsọ ụmụ nwaanyị, nwee ndị mụtakwara nwoke mụta nwaanyị. So Ngwuagu Onodugo was a trader, as I said before, and in the course of his trading in West African sub-region, he was taking this Ngwuagu Onodugo with him. So Ngwuagu Onodugo learnt a lot from his father, and his father actually taught him a lot. As I told you that Chief Ngwuagu Onodugo was trained by his father in the art of trading. In the course of that, he learned a lot from outside. And that outside influenced his coming home, asking for recognition as the leader of the community. There were other people. There was a particular man who was the leader of the community that time, That man belonged to the court presided over by Chief Onyama of Eke. And that man was representing Abor in the court of Onyama. So, but Nguwago Onodugo, when he grew up and having influence from outside, he came home and started seeking for recognition and vied for the position of the leadership of Abor. And he got it. And then he was made the traditional ruler and called the warrant chief. Warrant chief Nguwago Onodugo. So he became the leader and also the representative of Abor in the court of Onyama. Onyama was a paramount chief, was in charge of all the communities around this place, up to Nsukka. Yes. When he made a member of his court, he also made him the leader of Abor. Abor is a town, and this particular place is Omavle Abor, which means Omavle is part of Abor. The only difference is that in the course of the present political and the civilization, the Omavle people decided to for the line of independence from the rest villages of Abor. So during that time, he was the traditional ruler. He brought many things, good things to Abor. For example, he brought the church, he brought schools, and the first school was built 1919. 1919. We celebrated the centenary about a few years ago. The entire town celebrated it. 100 years of existence of the church in Abor. The church and the school, of course. You know, that time the Europeans, they normally move into school and church. School and church. So wherever they are establishing a church, they are also establishing a school. So the first school built in Abor, established in Abor, was St. Teresa's Catholic Church, just down there. So that was in 1919. Then in 1923, another church and school were established in the other part of Abor. That one is called St. Peter's Church, and the school was known as St. Peter's School. So these Europeans, we call them missionaries. They were the first contact we had. As they were establishing schools, they were establishing churches and so on, going up and down. This house you are seeing there now, the old upstairs, it's not old as such, but let us say the wooden work of the house had become archaic. It was built in the 1920s. In fact, the official ceremony of this Abor Enugu, that or inauguration of the house was done in the year 1926. This house, so it was built early in the 20s, 20 to 23, but the official ceremony of opening the house was done in 1926, June 1926. So this Ngwago we are talking about is my father. So also all these men, including these houses you are seeing there, were born by him. Most of them have died. Some of us are remaining. That the direct sons remaining now were five. And in the lineup, I'm the third person of his direct sons. I'm the third person. So that's it in a nutshell. God so kind, we are growing. Our children are growing. Some of the houses you are seeing are built by our sons. So that's it. The starting point is that the man died when nobody can talk about us. We were very small that time, and there was no other house in this village, in this compound, except that one that you can call a house. And all of us grew up from that house. So we are seeing that house as a common property that all of us should continue to enjoy. We grew up from there, and we don't see, in fact, we don't see the need of knocking it down, because we don't anticipate anything better than that house in this compound, because it's an eye opener to anybody who enters this compound. Seeing that house, you know that this compound is an ancient one, and that it is a respectable compound, and the progenitor of that house or this compound was not a common man. By all standards. Only that our people didn't develop fast like other places, and we saw it as a symbol of unity. Anybody seeing it, anybody coming into this compound. When I was working in government, the last place I worked was as the chairman of a customary court in the local government area here. Sometimes when people come with stories of land dispute. Families, I mean families coming with land dispute. Na onye nke a arụchi ụlọ na ọ rụrụ ụlọ ebe a na ya mere nke a na ya mere nke a. I used to use this compound as an example to them, advising them to seek peace. That there's nothing like peace. Peace is something which you cannot buy in the market. It's something that you cultivate inside you and say, we abide by it. So I give them an example of this place, giving them the number of houses here, and telling them that we have only one gate. Why should they go to their own villages, to their own families and start quarreling? People of the same stock, people of the same parents, people of the same hegemony, as soon as many things in common. We are struggling for land that does not come from you. The land came from somebody. Like this, our father now. All these places you see, we built houses. All of them belong to him. What's the need for myself coming now to say that I have a right here, I have a right here? No, you don't have to do that. You submit your rights and your privileges and whatever you have to the submission. Put it inside the family interest, and everything will be working smoothly in peace. Everybody will be happy. As we are happy here, we are very happy. You see, my brothers, everybody, they have individual houses here and there. If I give you their names, I will go one by one and telling you, this is the house of this person, this is the house of this person, and this house of this person. So we are maintaining that peace is here. That peace is here. As of now, we are about 25 grown-ups. 25 grown-ups, including this man here. So, normally we have the family meeting on 31st of December of every month. Because our people, our children and so on, they are in different parts of the world. And it's only during the Christmas that they book for coming home, make arrangements to come home and stay with us. And because of that, we organize the family meetings on the 31st of December. As I told you, our father was the warrant chief of Abor before. Now, when he died, Abor had no warrant chief, and Abor had no traditional ruler. For years, until eventually in the 1970s, Abor had a traditional ruler. His name was Igwe Enugu. Igwe Enugu, who was the overall Igwe for the whole of Abor. Then at a time, this community called Abor started looking for autonomous status, and they went for it. Struggled. It was a struggle between this community and the other communities in Abor. Eventually, in 1976, that autonomous status was given to Abor by the state government. When Omavro now got that autonomous status, they moved around and oh, let me come. In 1976, there was a decree passed by the military administration that time, saying that every community in Nigeria should have a traditional chief or traditional ruler. So that was the time the entire Abor people came to this compound and requested us to give them one person to be the, the traditional ruler of Abor. But because we don't have any person, the only person we had was a civil servant, and he did not like it. He said it's better for him to stay as he was. So he thanked the people of Abor and wished them well. So the people of Abor now went back and started looking for somebody. Now it became democratic. Selection of a traditional ruler of Abor became democratic. It is no longer, if that our brother had agreed to the request made by the community, the the traditional stool would have remained in this compound, but he said no, that all of us were small children. In fact, I was in secondary school that time. So because he didn't take it up, the thing now went to Abor, and they started selecting whoever will be the traditional ruler of their town. So the first person they took that time was late Chief Nnamani. Peter Nnamani was the first traditional ruler of Abor. After him, it went to another village, and the Chief Eliyoku became the traditional ruler. Then during the traditional rulership of Chief Eliyoku, Omavro got autonomy. That was the time Omavro now concentrated in their own village, selecting their Igwe and so on. Though there were disputes in the selection of Igwe, initially it was terrible, because somebody came and went to the government house and grabbed the certificate. Came home and told us, "Look at my certificate. I'm now your traditional ruler." The Omavro community was confused. Okay, when the man died, Omavro community now kicked up another person, in the person of Igwe Sisi Jeze. Doctor. He was a doctor. Then he died 3 years ago, something like that. And then this our brother, was selected to replace him. So that is how it came to our place. It is not hereditary. It is not hereditary.